If Netflix stock performance from November of last year till the middle of 2022 could be summarized in one visual, it would go something like this. But before diving into that, let's go back in time. Netflix, once a DVD distributor.
Return one, then they'll send you another movie from your list. It's easy.
Now a streaming pioneer, changed the landscape of TV and movies forever. With more subscribers than any streaming service, the company has dominated the streaming business for years. This is the story of the meteoric rise and lightning fall of Netflix, along with its bounce back. Netflix subscribers' growth seemed to be limitless, profitability was solid, and most investors thought the pandemic was the perfect case for staying and watching TV at home. Behind Netflix's bumpy year, here is how the streaming giant reignited its subscribers' growth, turning its business around. During the COVID days in 2020, the company model really worked. More and more people joined. Netflix was flexible. You can join, binge shows, leading to subscriber numbers blowing up. Huge content library in combination with pandemic restrictions and increasing number of people being trapped at home choosing to watch Netflix helped lift off its share from $319 to $550. Other networks and studios had to step up their game to catch up to the market leader. So Disney, HBO, NBC and other streaming services offered competitive rates at similar or even lower price points. As a result, Netflix's market lead was cut from over 50% in the first quarter of last year to just over 41% in the third quarter of 2022. This, in combination with high inflation and falling real wages, squeezed consumers who generally choose to spend less money on entertainment. And in April of last year,
streaming giant Netflix suffered its biggest stock loss in nearly 2 decades, losing more than $50 billion in market value. Today's losses come after Netflix announced its first loss of subscribers in more than 10 years.
After the company announced slow sub-growth, shares cratered. Netflix lost 0.2 subscribers in the first quarter of 2022 instead of the projected plus 2.5 million. The reasons for this investor's surprise were twofold. In the streaming business, the subscriber is king. Netflix health was deteriorating due to subscribers throwing the towel from the price increase in the beginning of the year, along with Netflix pulling out of Russia following the country's attack on Ukraine. But the bad news for Netflix did not finish here, and the trend of sub-losses continued, and the second quarter was not very different from the first.
The streaming giant announced just yesterday it lost nearly 1 million subscribers in the last quarter. Now that is the second dip in a row.
All of the above put immense pressure on the streaming giant to take some steps to save its share price from further decline. So what measures did Netflix take to bounce back this year? In order to please the shareholders, the company had to cut corners and announce layoffs. Netflix is still growing, but the growth rate is declining. To optimize its expenses, Netflix has cut around 4% of its workforce in 2022, with one major reason being the threat of a global economic recession. Secondly, it changed its business model and aimed at gaining back some lost market share by cutting the price of its product. It introduced lower prices for customers who are willing to have commercial breaks.
4 to 5 minutes of ads every single hour, potentially a lower quality resolution in streaming, and we might see limitations in the number of devices that people can actually access this new subscription through.
So-called ad-supported tier for the price-sensitive viewers. All of the above, in tandem with cracking down on password sharing, did yield positive results for Netflix. Although this year its share price is down 45%, the company is in the midst of delivering a turnaround, as in the third quarter, Netflix not only did not lose customers, but in fact brought twice as many subscribers as forecasted. Netflix is still the dominant leader, but competitors are catching up fast. If we look at the Disney streaming empire, Disney+, Hulu and ESPN Plus combined, it has overtaken Netflix's #1 spot in terms of subscriber base. Maybe if you do not produce high-quality original content and you jack up the price of your service, the audience loses interest? So what's next for Netflix? Will the streaming giant make a spectacular comeback, or will it fall victim to the streaming wars, as its business is relatively easy to replicate? Please let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until next time.